What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be installing some 12-hole injectors for a 2001 Jeep TJ 4.0, the 6-cylinder model. It's pretty straightforward install. What you're going to need, of course, you're going to need the fuel injectors. And here I have a set of fuel injectors off Amazon. I will put a link in the description below. They come like this, all 6 of them. They are 12-hole injectors. You can kind of see that right over there. I can angle the camera correctly. 12 holes. Maybe not, but tried my best there. You're also gonna need a socket, some extensions maybe. You're gonna need a 12 mil, a 10 mil, and a 13 mil head. Grab yourself a nice flashlight. And also you're gonna need a fuel line removal tool. Link is in the description. Never hurts to have a nice set of screwdrivers. And let's go ahead and begin. You always want to remove your battery. It's kind of annoying to take it off every time and have to reset your stereo settings, but better to do that than to have a fire. We are working with fuel. We also are working with possible electricity, so it's best to just disconnect the negative terminal, put it somewhere safe, like so. Go ahead and remove your airbox. Up next, we're going to remove all the linkages on the throttle body. I know it sounds daunting, but the throttle body has to come off. Pretty simple. Put a screwdriver in between and rotate. Same thing on this side. Next, we're gonna remove the throttle body assembly. I have a throttle body spacer, which is the silver piece that you see over there. So to start off by removing these 10mm screws. There's 4 of them total. There's one on each side. It's like a square. Go ahead and disconnect these 2 electrical connectors. Give it a nice pinch and pull straight back. Once you have all 4 screws disconnected, you can go ahead and just lift your throttle body right out. Looks like I have one more in the front over here. Alright, up next, you're going to just remove the bracket that holds the throttle cables into position. Like I mentioned, I have a throttle body spacer, so I also have spacers under this. Your mileage may vary. Once you have it out, go ahead and fold it back. So grab yourself some rags, and at this point just open up this Schrader valve over here, which is connected to the fuel rail. Looks like mine doesn't have much pressure to vent out. Maybe I need to go take a look at my fuel pump now. It's a problem for a different day. but it looks to be not under pressure. Next, we're gonna disconnect all of these electrical connectors. These are the current injectors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's go ahead and lift up the tab. So this is where the fuel comes into the rail, right over here. You're gonna go ahead and remove this clip that's holding the two of them together. You do so by just pushing on one side with the hole against the other side. You can also just pry something in between. You're gonna grab your tool, link is in the description. So you're gonna go ahead and grab your tool, put it around this portion, clip it right in. You can use both hands. And once you get it all the way in, you can go ahead and remove your tool or just pull straight back on here. Like so. And your fuel line is off. At this point, you're gonna go ahead and remove 4 of these bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the bolts that are holding down the fuel rail in place. There's actually 2 more screws underneath the main screws in the front and the rear rail. They're held in by these clips. Once you remove all 6, now and ensure that all the fuel injectors are loose, the rail starts to wiggle. You just want to give a gentle, firm pressure and make sure that it's disconnected and there's nothing obscuring the way. Give it a tug. Inspect your injectors. These are the 1 hole. They have 1 hole in the center. These have about 250,000 miles on them. They were still working, but it's time to switch to 12. Out with the old, in with the new. You want to go ahead and get some Vaseline or something along those lines. Put a tiny amount on the O-ring and then go ahead and pop it into place. And go ahead and do this with all 6 of them. Now go ahead and put some Vaseline on the other ends of the O-rings. A good note here is that at least with these fuel injectors, you don't put the old clips back on. They just click into place and they're held in with those other screws that we had to remove. You are at the halfway mark. Now you just have to replace everything that you put and you'll be on your way. Now you just want to make sure everything's on there pretty snug and tight. Make sure that everything's connected. Like this clip over here, the fuel line, fuel rail. The injectors look good. You want to make sure the throttle body's on there. All the connections are back together. Battery's tightened. We're going to cycle the key a couple times. Let the fuel pump send it down the rail. Maybe like 6 times, just so we don't starve the engine. Basically take the key in and out many times. Also, before you start the engine, after you do this, after you pressurize the rail, you want to go ahead and check to see if there's any fuel leaks anywhere. Fired right up, idling super smoothly. Gonna let it idle for a little bit and go from there. So if you like what you saw on this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment below what you would like to see done next. Happy to make these videos step by step, so it's easy for anyone to do. No leak of fuel or anything, and it looks like we're good to go. Another 250,000 miles hopefully. Even with these old 250,000 mile injectors, they're still good to go. Driving super smooth, idling super smooth. You don't even feel the engine being on. No problem with 35-inch tires. Feels like it picks up a lot better. I'll keep you posted on how they do over time, but if you're looking for the exact same ones that I purchased, I will put a link in the description below. All the other tools I use will be also in the description below. Just let me know if you have any questions at all, and thank you for watching. I appreciate it.